morning. It's a beautiful day here in the city of Sydney. Had a great night's sleep here in this shared accommodation. So yeah, on the top bunk here. It's great, you've got some power points up there and USB ports, you can charge your electronics, which is what I've done. And yeah, it's good, you can close this up here, this curtain, so that you can have a bit of privacy, no issues. So I only ended up bringing one other guy in here, top bunk there, and the one under me is, yeah, still empty. Yeah. And I'm sharing this room with a guy from the US, actually, in Michigan. So yeah, we had a good chat last night, and a little bit this morning. He had to rush off, do some stuff, but yeah, it was great to have a proper night's rest in a proper bed after being on that train. Oh boy, I was so wrecked. Like, I felt so wrecked after being on that train. Only a few hours proper sleep, and still, and yesterday still like went ahead and to have a full on day exploring. But yeah, we're right here in the center of the city. And I must say, for living in a small country town, I've adapted to the urban life pretty well, actually. If I really had to, I could imagine myself like moving or living here if I had to. Would I want to? No, it's too busy, too expensive. Like, I like my peace and quiet, but honestly, I've learned that I'm pretty adaptable now to the point where if I had to, I could really live anywhere. It's not so much about like the place as such as it is, well, yeah, people, atmosphere, who you have around you, and yeah, what you make of it, really. I mean, of course, place is important, but yeah, I've learned that like no place is perfect. Like, when I first moved out to the countryside, I had a more idealistic vision of how it would be, and did all that turn out according to plan? Well, no, not at all. Very quickly, like, the honeymoon period wore off, and I got to see the flaws. Same way as living in a city, like, if you come here for the first time, you might just see it like rose-tinted glasses, but over time you get to see its flaws as well. Like, if I were to stay in Sydney longer, I would definitely see much more of its flaws, because the city's definitely not perfect. But yeah, I just want to document my authentic experience here, what I think of it. So far I have a positive impression of the city, but that's not to say that I'm qualified to say what it's like to live here, because I have not lived here. So yeah, that's it. I'll show you a little bit around the hostel as well. Really cool place. YHA Central, highly recommend it. Only $40 a night, believe it or not, in the center of Sydney. $40 a night. That's an absolute bargain. You're not going to get that anywhere else. Right in front of the tram line, right in front of the Central Railway Station. Alright, we're ready to go. One thing I'll mention is they do provide lockers here, but no padlocks. He has his own padlock, so he's using this compartment here. There's a padlock there, so of course no one without the key, aka me or anyone else staying here, can't access that. And yeah, there's 4 lockers for 4 bunks. So like this one, for example, is empty there. So if you do come to YHA Central and you want to use a locker, I recommend just bring your own padlock, and yeah, you can easily just lock up all your valuables. It's not a big deal for me, I don't have my own padlock. This backpack is literally all I have, and it's pretty light. So there is in fact a laundry, which I might use on the last day. Probably not though. I only brought like 3 shirts, this pair of shorts, raincoats, yeah, a few underwear, like that's it. Nothing significant for these few days, but yeah, you do pay for it, obviously. You can scan and pay and all that. But yeah, there is a shared small laundromat in here. Dryer, you could even iron your clothes. And yeah, they've done well with the waste disposal, all that. Yeah, very modern, very high tech. Yeah, great. I've just come to the end of one of the tram lines, and yeah, starting to get into the suburbs now. Not quite sure what I'm gonna be doing here, but yeah, we'll see. Again, I don't plan this whatsoever. I just go where the wind takes me. I understand now why I came here. I'm gonna take the bus to Bondi Junction. Might as well. Bondi Junction. We're changing bus on the way to Bondi. It's absolutely packed. Yeah, I'm just following the signs, directions to where I want to go. We're going to get onto a big bus here, see if it has enough space. Oh, get me off that bus. That was packed to the brim. But we're about to enter one of the city's next tourist attractions. Woo. The famed Bondi Beach. Here we are. Another beautiful day, max of 23 degrees, so perfect temperature to enjoy some nice sunshine. And down here I spot something uniquely Australian: oceanside swimming pools. And yeah, the Bondi Iceberg's famous surfing club. Yeah, once again, like same as Manly, 90+% of the people here are probably tourists. Compared to Bondi, compared to Manly, Collins Flat Beach is where it's at. Like these touristy, crowded beaches, it's never been something that appeals to me. As someone born and bred on the Gold Coast, I will confidently say, I'm sorry, but we've got better beaches than Sydney. We just do. I mean, look, Bondi, great, Manly, great, but I'm sorry, but you just can't beat the endless white sands of the Spit, Surfers Paradise, all the way down to Burleigh and beyond. It's you can't beat it. I'm sorry, Bondi. Sorry, Manly. You can't beat the Gold Coast in terms of beaches. It's no wonder so many people, even from Sydney and this region and the rest of Australia, if they want like the best beaches, they move to the Gold Coast. Granted, I like being at the ocean, I like beaches, but overall I actually much prefer being inland, closer towards the mountains, the forest. It's more my thing, which is why I really moved away from the coast. Aha, so there's a bit of a trail going up there. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just go along Bondi a little bit, see if I can find somewhere to get a bite to eat, have some breakfast, and then I'll probably come back here, go that way, explore along the cliffs a bit. Found a place to eat just up here. This little bar, Tamarama Cafe and Wine Room. Ordered myself an omelette, see how it turns out. $24, so yeah, food and everything, dining out here is definitely very expensive, but I mean, I'm a tourist here for a few days, so it's what I've been doing. It's not very often, honestly, that I eat out. Usually I have nice home-cooked meals. Yeah, I mean, living in a small country town, there's not really that much out there in terms of that anyway. It's okay. Yeah, mushrooms, triple omelette, like, it's alright. And just a quick interruption from the sponsor for today's video. Oh wait, there is no sponsor. No, I just wanted to give a huge thank you and welcome to all the new subscribers, everyone who's been tuning in. The last few videos have really been blowing up, especially by my standards. So yeah, just a welcome. Thanks to all the new subscribers, really appreciate all your support. This year, 2025, I'm really planning to give this whole YouTube thing my best shot. A lot more videos coming, still some more from the Sydney trip, but I've got a lot planned. I'm at home right now, just behind the block where I live in this creek. I swim in here every day, so I live like 3 hours inland, so
while I might not have access to the beach on the daily basis, I do have access to this creek here. Apart from that, I just want to clarify a few things with the Sydney trip. It's been like 2 weeks now, so I'm already home, like the trip's done. I was only there for 3 days. There really wasn't time to see everything, like that was a lot that I missed, and you have been getting a lot of comments from you guys who live down there who have been telling me all these different places that I have to go and see. So 100% I have to go back to Sydney, check out all these places. Like I'm making a list of like all these different places that I missed that I definitely want to check out next time. And I can already see some of you typing in the comments, oh man, you're only going to all the touristy places, like why are you showing Central Sydney, Harbour Bridge, Manly, Bondi Beach, you gotta go out to the suburbs, man. You gotta actually like show like the real Sydney. I got you. Stay tuned for the next video. I go deep into Western Sydney on a hunt for something very specific. So stay tuned. Back to the video.
Across under the Bondi cliffs. Ooh, nice cool breeze. Wow. That's one thing that's very striking about Sydney to me, is you've got all this natural beauty just such a short distance from the middle of the city. And all this development. That's good, they're preventing rubbish from being washed out in the sea. Emergency lifeguard. That's outdoor gym. I'm taking note is all this luxury beachfront accommodation. Right. Tamarama Beach.
Wow, these sandstone cliffs are next level. See, I already like Tamarama better than Bondi. Just a nice, small, secluded area. Not nearly as many people. Very good for surfing as well. Excellent waves. People swimming out there. Right, I'm gonna make my way to the next beach, and then I'd say I'll turn around and I'll start thinking heading back into the city, meet my friend, get myself a nice iced tea, keep me going. Yeah, so there's Bondi. We went down to Tamarama, and now we're at Bronte Beach. That's as far as I'll go for today. I'll turn around now, start heading back, but yeah, walk a bit further out, look at the beach. I would have liked to get to the Burrows Park there. Like, that looked like a beautiful cove area to go swimming. Like, that's what I like. Like, if you ask me, my perfect beach, it's like a tucked away hidden cove. Very, very good surf here, I'd have to say that. I bet you some people have tried to car camp here overnight. You know why I say that? That could have been me. No, probably not. I would never think about car camping on a street like this. It looks appealing, beautiful area, but no, I'm sure they're very strict about that. Back down on Bondi, and you know, it's nice, but it's honestly smaller than expected. That's the Gold Coaster in me who's saying that, because on the Gold Coast we've got endless white sand beaches. Check out my previous Gold Coast vlogs if you want to see some of that. Yeah, Bondi's nice, but really nothing special. I think I like Manly a bit better. Overall, that whole area around the northern beaches, I like it better than Bondi. And of course, like going up into Sydney Harbour National Park, that's really what I like. And those hidden coves, and like Collins Flat Beach where we were at yesterday, like just those hidden coves tucked away. It's like up there, northern beaches, I feel like there's more areas you can get away from all the tourists, all the hustle and bustle. Up here it's harder. This is like tourist central. One thing I'll add though that the beaches in Sydney have over beaches on the Gold Coast is somehow, despite having being packed, having more people, I feel this actually has a more relaxed feel. Perhaps that's just because in Sydney it's like you've got multiple beaches like spread out, like yeah, Bondi, Manly, all that, but also it's like the heart of the city is like further inland, like in the harbour, around the harbour area. That's where the real hustle and bustle is. Around here it's much more of like a relaxed coastal town feel. I mean, it's pumping, it's busy, but with the Gold Coast, the entire city, basically the entire main part of the city is like just sprawls all the way down, like directly on the coast. Everything's right against the coast, like all these massive skyscrapers, high rise, it's all just right along the coast. And I feel like that kind of takes away from the relaxed feel that you would want with a beach. So in that way, actually, I would say Sydney outdoes the Gold Coast, but overall the beaches themselves, you can't beat the Gold Coast beaches. They're unbeatable. Right, and that is Bondi ticked off. I'm gonna take some transport into the city, find a bus or something, whatever there is. I think it's only a bus that leaves from here, so I'll try and find a bus that leaves back into the city, and then yeah, in 1.5 hours I'm meeting up with my friends, so we'll explore a little bit around the city, a few other areas in the meantime, and then have lunch and see where we go from there. Not too bad. Right at the back of the bus, and I've got the the one window at the back where I can properly see out. It doesn't have those grills on it, so I can actually properly see outside. I swapped buses once. I got off at the wrong stop. I was trying to get to where I'm meeting my friend. Found a metro stop. I thought I had plenty of time to get back to the city, but once again I underestimated just how big it is. I was on the bus for almost an hour. Yeah, I got off at the wrong bus stop, had no idea where I was, middle of the city. I jumped on another bus and it got me to the station here. Martin Place station, once again, very nice. And yeah, just have to go literally one hop across to the next station. Awesome.
The train to Sydney is going to enter platform number 3.
Right, well, this is the station where I'm meeting him. Big station. There's big tunnels and up here. Yeah, alright. Welcome to Gadget. Nice.